Hey, Chillaxy. If you got a song, please feel free to send it. I'm going to chat as much as I can while I draw something. Try to do a face every day. You have to excuse the state of my beard. One side is completely ridiculous. The other side is about as calm as it can get. Hey, how you doing? UK. Oh, I miss the UK. Hey, if you have a song request, send it my way. I'm going to attempt to draw a face. Right now, we are listening to Stan Ridgway and Stuart Copeland. Don't Box Me In from the Rumblefish soundtrack. So, can you guys hear me okay? The Druniverse. I've gotten some sleep. How is everybody? All right, cool. Thanks, Kevin. Ooh, Legos. Nice. What set are you doing? Are you doing anything in particular? This will be what my attempt to draw is today. Great Muda. Just the face. I can't do any of this. That's just silly. John, how are you, man? Welcome. Well, that's awesome, Kevin. I hope you're staying safe, buddy, and happy you got a lovely lady to spend your time with. Wow, they got a Lego set for James Bond's Aston Martin? That's great. Right. I sure am, Kev. I'm doing okay, John. I just wanted to do something today. See how everybody was. Kind of keep your mind off things, Think about other stuff. See, I've been drawing a lot with these Sharpie pens now to kind of get comfortable and confident more with my choices as far as drawing goes. We shall see. I enjoy Silva Gun. L is actually an I. I hate when they do that shit. Represent old video game music where the melodies have been edited. Interesting. Okay. That does sound interesting. I'm gonna have to try that. Oh, it seems we are on repeat with this. I don't recall putting repeat on this. This is Skinny Puppy Assimilate, one of my junior high favorites. Silva Gunna, the L is actually an I. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna listen to some XTC after this. It's a great track after. With a quick browse, lots of ridiculous stuff in there. Full collection. Okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely, it's worth a look. This is how far I am on the drawing, by the way. Let's see that. Eyes on the writing. I feel terrible every time I try to do the writing. But I try to make it as close to it as I possibly can. Yeah, I might check out both In Between today. Ood. Is it Ood? Like Doctor Who? We potentially get your insight into the climate change process. Yeah. Okay. All right. So to talk about that, since we're getting into that right now, things are changing. They are horrible truths are being revealed. What? God damn it! Why am I always popular when I do this? Horrible things are being revealed for the better of the future of professional wrestling. And to a lot of people, it hurts. It hurts because people that they found to be, that they thought were the heroes, people who they trusted as well, have some pretty bad things revealed about them. Some are forgivable, some aren't. I find. It just depends. But honestly, if all this stuff is happening, I hope that it leads to better and safer environments for anybody who wants to be in professional wrestling. Right now, I really have no choice but to take a break from wrestling because there's no fucking vaccine. And honestly, I mean, I feel my time is up in wrestling. I have been in this for 20 years. I haven't really gotten anywhere other than locally. I accepted that a long time ago. However, it is filled with so many great talents, so many great personalities, so much more forward skills that I know for a fact that wrestling is going to be a better place and that wrestling is going to finally evolve into what we always wanted it to be. And so accountability and change and learning especially is very key to this. Okay? So there's your answer. I love wrestling. I'm just very upset with everything that's happening right now. And I've seen the effects that it has not just on the survivors, but and survivors and the people who are affected by this or feel guilty about association when two good people, when I was feeling guilty about knowing the people who were mentioned, I felt horrible. I wanted to quit. I just felt terrible. And so I talked to two wonderful people in wrestling who reminded me that even if you were a fan, even if you thought you knew the person, it doesn't make you a horrible person. because you were lied to as well. So it's going to take some rebuilding. And it's going to take some trusting again. But I believe in it. I believe that we can do it. And I believe in the great talents and the encouraging and listening and the protecting and the constant learning individuals in wrestling that actually want it to succeed and to become a better place are totally capable to do it. So this is their time now. So there we go. Let's get back to the music. Why am I suddenly so popular right now? Oh, apparently Beavis and Butthead coming back. That's cool. Again. This is how I am right now. Hello, Gene. I just had to pick a face with an angle. So. It doesn't say. Oh, okay. It says 8 people are in here. Okay. This is not my most popular platform, but Twitch is being Twitch today, so. Plus, I don't think I wouldn't be able to play music when broadcasting while drawing. So, again, forgive this section of the wall. I'm slowly but surely putting things on there. So the face came out a lot chubbier than I thought. Oh God, dental issues, eh? Oof, that's the worst. Well, Gene, I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Yeah, the anime feel is definitely there, even though I don't want it to be. I drew the face way too fucking big, so I'm already regretting that decision. Um, but this is what I gotta do. I gotta fucking be confident with my drawing choices. So, this is KMFDM, college favorite. Almost done, my lovelies. Almost done. Oh, Pure Wave. Love his stuff. So good. Him, IQ Wrestler. There's this one dude that IQ Wrestler put over who does a lot more Shuto style tributes. I forget his name though, and I feel terrible about it because I've been wanting to go back and watch his stuff too. But yeah, man. Anybody who is into creating content or wants to create content, I cannot stress this enough. Do it. If you want to create something, whether it be attempting to draw or make a video or make a fucking TikTok or whatever, make a shirt, do it. We have the resources right now. And honestly, if you're worried about everybody not getting it, the right people will get it. That's just how it is. Because, yeah, I mean, to get back onto the point, if you're getting that urge to do something, to create, do it. Because whether you are an essential worker or if you're stuck at home, or if you're currently trying to find something to have you work at home that won't drive you insane as the world burns, you need something to let it out. Let out your creativity, let out to basically kill the curiosity that you have. What if I did this? I wonder if I could do this. Well, you got time. Because the way to look at it right now is we don't know how long this thing's going to last. And honestly, why live the rest of your life with questions? Invest in yourself. I ended up drawing a big fucking head. So yeah, that's it. Well, it only took me 20 minutes. It definitely shows. Oh, it's not coming together, Gene. It's done. I'm only doing heads right now. I'm gonna work on one. I'm gonna try to work on a full figure person. Um, but yeah, surprised it took me 20 minutes. If I'd have just been a little more patient and a little more considering of the space on the side, because let me tell you, the one thing that's really bothering me is this side. I could have squeezed in the lettering a little bit more, and make it a completely regular looking face. But I appreciate the compliments. Thank you. Yeah, it's a risk, Nexus, but I really want to. I want to learn, and you can only learn by diving in. Plus, I have like 2 or 3 pages left in this book, and then I bought 3 other sketchbooks, about 75 pages each. So I got to start taking risks. So, but as you can see, I'm doing a page full of faces. I did Alex Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. I did Flight of the Conchords, and now I'm doing Muda. I don't know who I'll do tomorrow. I'll probably do, in honor of his birthday yesterday, Terry Funk, maybe. Or I'll do another Jun Kasai, because I love drawing Jun Kasai. But just real quick before we go, see if I can find a... Okay, so I'm going to go through some sketches that I previously did to start this off. So, no, I don't think I could draw Terry down a slide. I'm just barely learning how to do full figures. I'm hit or miss. But this is Max the Impaler. She is an extraordinarily talented warrior woman in the ring. I think she is wonderful. Yeah, keep an eye out for her, because she is a wonderful talent and a very awesome person and very motivating. So she's very cool. That was to start out my book, by the way. This was inspired by a King Crimson album, but this is Tomohiro Ishii, done like a King Crimson album. Very nightmarish, but I don't know, stuff like that. Let's see. I went on an Ishii kick because I drew this cartoon-looking one. I don't know how I did this. Mostly with pencils. That's why it looks so, But here's Ishii, possibly after taking a forearm or getting dropped on his head. Let's see. Oh yeah. So if you know me, I have a fascination with Terry Funk and Terry Boy. So I drew Terry Funk Boy, or Terry Funkman, from Ultimate Muscle, or Muscle, Kinnikuman. So I want to draw Shibata, Chris, but his hair is too perfect, and I can't. I just can't. I can't catch that kind of perfection. Here's Bam Bam Bigelow. So, let's see. Oh, here's just a regular Terry Man. I was pretty happy about that. See, Kinnikuman figures, nerd. Kinnikuman characters are pretty easy to draw. I'm really enjoying diving into them. However, some of their designs are so damn complex that I'm determined to figure out how to do them. Yeah, so that was Terry Man. Okay, so the previous one before this Terry Man was just Terry Man with his hat, and then I give you right here Terry Funkman. Right here, Terry Funk as Terry Man. I don't know if you can see it, but there he is, the Texas. Yeah. So, oh yes. This is a favorite of mine because he is one of my favorite entertainers of professional wrestling, or just in general, a very positive individual. I was very sad that he did not get to do Effie's Big Gay Brunch. Hell, I'm sad that Effie's Big Gay Brunch was canceled. Because, not just because, I think it was Zicky Dice said that he was going to get me some merch, but Razor Ramon HG, Hard Gay, one of the greatest showmen and most influential and positive individuals in entertainment or in life, is just, it's fantastic. Haduge! This was a picture of Lee Marvin that I found because I fucking love Lee Marvin. He's a badass. I made it as cartoony as possible. I can't remember if I meant to try that or not. Like, meant to. So. This is my cartoon version of Volta, who to me is one of my favorite recents. I haven't heard anything recent about him, so I hope he's still in a positive light. But I wanted to draw a cartoon version of him. It's kind of Ren and Stimpy-ish, but I should probably get back to drawing with more pencil because with pen I gotta be more confident and take more risks, while as with pencils I tend to take my time a little bit. This is Odesu from Old Boy. So it's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's fucking brutal and wonderfully acted and directed. So thank you, Nexus. Eyes are a very big deal to me. I love drawing eyes. I feel if I can't get the eyes right, I have failed the picture. So, I am using a Bikowski. It's a Sharpsky actually. Let's see. This here is Karl Gotch. I found a picture of him, and I'm like, that is a sharp-looking dude. He looks like the kind of classic grappler who could stretch you out. Plus, if you know who Karl Gotch is, you know his history and you know his track record of training basically some of the most badass people to ever set foot. So, there's Karl Gotch. Let's see. I forgot about this one. Bo. A very wild anime. I've only seen a few episodes way back in the day when it wasn't even on Adult Swim. But yeah, Bo. Let's see. Yeah, I've been going through a lot of this was This was an inspirational one. It sucks though because there's a picture in here that I want to show you, but it's of somebody who's very problematic, and this is before I knew he was problematic. Um, a deathmatch wrestler, but I probably shouldn't have said that. But this one right here, I wanted to draw in a classic starlet, so I took elements of Eartha Kitt and mixed it with old Liz Taylor, and I made her. So this is just a mixture of strong and beautiful. So, oh, I forgot about this one. Oh shit. So those of you who are fans of Gwar, I wanted to draw this. The design for Traphead is my favorite. I love the costume, especially the head where he just moves it up and down. It just goes. But here we go. Combat Toyota, which at the time I was worried. I thought it looked like Barf from Spaceballs. I could still see the elements of how I drew her, but I'll go back and draw her when she's in full battle makeup. But I think Combat Toyota is honestly a very underlooked talent. So her and Megumi Kudo were my first Joshi match. Swear to God, my first Joshi match was Combat Toyota and Megumi Kudo, and it was their electrified barbed wire match. And I actually got to show that at school. I don't know. I guess it was a slow day, and so I asked the teacher, "Is it okay if I bring some wrestling videos to school?" And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead." And people were so infatuated by it. They're like, "Oh my god, these women are throwing each other and exploding barbed wire and stuff like that." I'm like, "Yep, they're tough." And so I don't know if I made any fans that day, but and then here's Megumi as well. I wanted to complete the set. I don't think I did her beauty justice, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this here, what I was doing for a little bit, I was drawing concepts. I love doing concepts for merchandise. I think that there's so many great opportunities to sell things and merchandising and stuff like that. Thank you, Nexus. So I drew. Well, I fucked up the first time, but the second time it got where I wanted it to be. I drew a Jun Kasai zip-up hoodie concept. Now, the zip-up hoodie concept is based off of what I feel is a work of art, his scarred body. On the bottom, put Crazy Monkey. On the arms, you put razor wire. And then around the hood as well. And then the inside is blood red. But you see the scarring and everything. Maybe put scarring on the pockets or have the scarring be a pocket. And then on the back, it would be his back. Like, his back is incredible. So I don't know. I just thought it would be a crazy and very Japanese item to sell. I still kind of want to get it sold or made, actually. Okay. So if you're an anime fan, Mad Bull. Mad Bull is a very over-the-top cop anime. Definitely not for kids. The real scumbag. But, it was an interesting time. Here is another muscle character, Robin Mask. This is when I started getting a little more braver and trying bodies. As you see, I gave up on the hand because I'm like, that looks terrible. Because I saw this hand. I was like, oh, God, that is terrible. But, yeah. But I am quite proud of the mask. Even though it's a little off, I'm very proud of it. This next one, somebody had mentioned this to me, that it reminded them of French style drawing. So I was like, okay, interesting. I never really thought of it this way. But this is Chris Dickinson and Nick fucking Gage. So let me see if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. So the bodies are definitely different. I tried to do a side profile. It depends on the lighting that I could get it right. So I took a few stabs at it. But the faces I'm actually a little more proud of than the rest. But I actually really like this one. So yeah, it's from a picture that they took, and it was really, really good. I was like, holy shit, that is like a great picture to look at. So this one, I went back and I watched a best of Nigel McGuinness because his run with the Pure Championship, by far one of my favorites, especially his feud with Danielson. McGuinness versus Danielson was one of the best things I had ever seen in professional wrestling. And you can look up a series on here. I forget the name of the channel. I got to start remembering this if I want to put this over. But it covers the feud of Danielson versus Nigel in the style of Amadeus. So it's really good. But here is my Nigel McGuinness. Probably should have waited a little more with the lining on the hair and stuff, but I really like the way I did the jacket and the face. So let's see. I forgot about this. I found a picture of Takayama and Sasaki. Sasaki had a towel over his shoulders, and Takayama was just being Takayama. So there's them. So this gentleman's birthday was yesterday. SoCal legend who really made me want to go to training for Revolution Pro, the real Revolution Pro. Ultra Taro Jr., better known as Taro, a good friend of mine, good sweet dude. Let's see. Okay, so I think this is Psychedelico, but I'm a big fan of lucha portraits where they get sharply dressed up, put their mask on, they get the nice velveteen background, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to draw him, and so I drew this suit and everything. This is another favorite of mine. Yeah, I spent a good number of hours on this. The spiral definitely needs a little work, but I'm okay with it. So this is when I started doing more faces only. Did a 4-face lucha kind of thing. Who can name them all? I won't fuck with you though. That's supposed to be Wagner Jr. But yes. And then I did Negro Casas, Paraguayo Senior and Junior. Just because. What's another one here? I'm actually pretty happy with these. I want to go back and redo this or just do another shot of him, but I definitely didn't catch Hashimoto's hair correctly. But everything else I'm fine. I'm very happy with the shading on this one that I did. I don't do it too much, mainly because I feel it takes a lot of time. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, yes. Got Aja Kong. She's incredible. She's a legend. She'll fuck you up in a minute and pick you up and fuck you up again. What's another one here? Oh, Dump Matsumoto. She's badass too. That's the thing. Joshi legends, man. They went harder than anybody now these days. Like, granted, there are some incredible wrestlers, but back then there's just like you really legit believe that they wanted to murder each other in that ring. Yeah, this is the I wish a motherfucker would stare. Speaking of, I wish a motherfucker would stare. Kikutaro. Oh, justice. I hope I did it justice. I miss this man. I remember one time I asked if he was busy after a show the following day. He said, "Oh, I go back to Japan." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, it's my birthday, so I don't know what time your flight is, but you're more than welcome to come down." He came to my house and hung out for a little bit before going back to Japan. I mean, it meant the world to me, and I love Kiku. I love him very much. This I wanted to do because I wanted to just try to work on details, but Mr. Pogo was actually my favorite deathmatch wrestler when I first started watching Japanese wrestling. And so I decided to draw his scythe and his blade and a little bit of his makeup on the bottom. So there we go. A little bit of tools of death. Tools! A scythe, blue makeup, and a knife. I have to have my tools. Oh, this was fun. Okay, so I wanted to do a Bloody Face series. So I did Bruiser Brody, Dusty Rhodes, Jun Kasai, and Dustin Rhodes. So I did these. There's Dustin. There's Dusty, Bruiser, and Jun Kasai. For me, it's fun to draw their faces, and then when you get to bloody them up, you're just like, okay, let me just get this red marker and just go to town on this shit. Let's see. What's another one? Oh, I forgot I did this one. Jimmy King. He's the best wrestler. He's the bestler. Better than all the wrestler. And then a classic manager, very loud dressing, the Grand Wizard. Definitely not a name that would fly these days. But I always appreciated his obnoxiousness and his loud sense of style. So. Drew a Nikita Koloff. Love the mustache. So. Oh, my favorite one. Okay, so I did tiny shitty versions of the Von Erichs. You don't have to pay attention to that. But so I took suggestions a while ago on Twitter, and I saw suggestions of Hanma, GQ Money, and the Von Erichs. The Von Erichs I totally am not proud of. It's terrible. Oh, dude, I might work on the Red Cyclone later on, Chris. Don't get me wrong. However, I drew Hanma, GQ Money, and then I don't know if you guys know this, but like those of you who don't, Muto did a Hakushi gimmick called Kokushi, and I really loved it. Like Muto is a showman, fantastic wrestler, but he's a showman first, and I love it. I love it to the point where I took the Kokushi gimmick and I made him into a lantern. This is probably the best of my abilities in as far as detail goes. I made a Kokushi lantern, and I'm really happy with the face. And then there is GQ Money, and then there is Hanma. So, but this one, to me, this is my masterpiece. I love this one so very much. I forgot about this one. I forgot a lot about these drawings. Like I never go back too much to look at my shit. But I drew Iggy Pop because I love Iggy Pop, and Iggy Pop is the greatest frontman ever. So, hi Pierce, what's going on, man? The Rock Nest. Yes, drew my buddies, the Rock Nest Monsters, BHK and Yuma. I miss these fools very much. Wonderful individuals. Mike Hagar. Well, I mean, many would say that the Mad Bull was it, but I haven't really sat down to draw Hagar. He's definitely a goal of mine, though. Let's see. Drew a Sensational Sherry. Based off of, I think this is when she was with Macho still. Okay. So, again, still trying to take space into consideration. I drew Dr. Luther, another Jun Kasai, and Ultramantis Black. So let's see if you can get the full aspect of that. Yeah, I love drawing Jun Kasai. I think the man is literally a walking, talking piece of art. So there's that. I don't know why it keeps asking me, oh, should I show or hide cursing? I said that this stream isn't for kids. Fuck, shit, piss, cock, balls. Here we go. The alpha male, Monty Brown. Again, the man is too perfect of a specimen for me to capture with my novice ass. So, the pounce. Man's brilliant. Okay, so, oh no. Why not? Fuck it. So I tried to do different angles one night, and they just came out weird. I can't remember if this is Ruska. I know this is my attempt at Taz, and then Minoru Suzuki. So I was having an off night that night. I do appreciate some of the smaller details, but this was just a different type of night. So Willie Mack versus Monty Brown, that would have been incredible. So yeah, this was a very off night for me. I'm going to show you my blunders as well as my victories. Oh, my All Muto page. There's different versions of Muto. So Muto is another one that I really enjoy drawing. So I wanted to go back and do the French style again, but I couldn't think of a subject until I saw one of my favorite singers, Kali Uchis. I think she's beautiful. I think she's an incredible talent. Her voice is amazing, very classic style. And so I wanted to do a classic, almost more. I'm really trying to learn the names of the styles too, but French art, they kind of have these bubble kind of faces and expressions. Very, I don't know, but it's very Pink Floyd The Wall, kind of like a cigarette ad kind of thing. But I wanted to highlight her features more instead of just trying to make it like it is, you know. Oh yes, I made a Lee Van Cleef and Charles Bronson. So really happy with the Bronson. So there's that. Muto is something else, man. He is my favorite pillar, or excuse me, musketeer. Musketeer. I would say Hashimoto is my second, and then Chono is third. Chono's great. He's got a great presence about him. However, I've just enjoyed more matches from the Musketeers as far as Hashimoto and Muto go. So this was fun. Just to draw a quick little back-to-back of Bam Bam and Vader. Vader! So, yeah. Okay. So this is a friend of mine on Twitter and Instagram. I think she's very beautiful. Very strong features. And so I decided to draw her one day. She seemed very pleased with them. I also drew PCO in my own little style. And Kawada Toshiaki. Teeth missing. So Yeah, the Vader mask. I prefer the black and the black over the red. Same with his full head mask. I think his full head mask was. It's to me, it's like a standard for a wrestler look. Like it's very. Hi, Slip. So this was a character I found on a picture of a Kinnikuman encyclopedia. I think it's just called Yin Yang Man, but yeah. That was fun. Let's see. All right, so I drew Minoru Suzuki with a towel over his head, Billy Robinson, and Black Mask Vader. That's Vader, baby! Yeah! It's Billy Robinson, and then the towel over the head of Minoru Suzuki. Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. How are you, Slip? I miss you, buddy. Oh! Okay, so I asked a few people to give me an animal, a weapon, and an occupation. I really just wanted to. Who is Skullduggery and Kinnikuman based off of? You know what? I don't know. I'd have to really look into that. Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here, buddy. We're almost done. But so I asked a couple of friends of mine to give me a animal, an occupation, and a weapon. Mainly because like I had seen, I think it was like Aquabats inspired, but I asked Yuma, give me an animal, a weapon, and a job. He's like, okay, how about an aardvark with a mace who is a beekeeper? I'm like, okay. So I drew an aardvark. Or no, it wasn't an aardvark. It was a different type of animal. It was an animal that I cannot remember for the life of me right now. But it looks like this. It looks like it's wearing a diaper. But I gave it a mace, and then there's the netted head around it. Let's see. This one I am extraordinarily proud of. I asked my cousin, "Can you give me an animal, an occupation, and some weapons?" He goes, "Yes." How about an auto mechanic squid with machetes? I'm like, okay. So I drew this. There he is with different types of machetes, ready to fuck shit up, and he's got his tentacles and stuff, and he's wearing the jumpsuit. A taper! Thank you, Monkey Butt. It's a taper. Thank you, Nexus. This looks like a Kinnikuman character, right? I love drawing it. Like this was so much fun to draw because I love the details when you draw tentacled animals like octopus, squid, anything like that. It's because the circles, and you get to color the circles, and you get to color the circles different colors along with the main main base color of it. And his name is Sydney, like Sid the Squid. So they fucked with the wrong Mexican squid. That's right. Okay, and this one was done by my friend Randy, a very, very talented artist. Blue Thunderbomb is her name, but she does incredible work. I'm like, can you give me an occupation and an animal and a weapon? She goes, okay, how about a platypus that's an air traffic controller and he has a taser? I'm like, okay, I'll see what I can do. So here is an air traffic controlling platypus with a taser, and he's shocking himself. Hence why the lines and the lightning bolt. So it was a fun challenge. I'm like, I really want to challenge myself today. So I'm going to ask 3 people who I feel will give me some crazy shit to do. So So there's that. I just wanted to draw. I need to fill this in, by the way, because I don't want to waste a whole page. So I need to fill it with his creations. One of my favorite directors and minds is another chubby Mexican with a beard and wears glasses, Guillermo del Toro. Love Guillermo del Toro's work. I think he is one of the best in the business right now. A huge nerd. Like, if you watch his interviews, either for Pacific Rim or anything else, he is a huge, huge nerd first. But yeah, love him. But I'm going to fill this up with some of his creatures. So thank you, Slip. So I went and typed, who is Skullduggery based off of, and it popped up with Pitbull number 2 as its answer. I don't think that was correct. Yeah, I don't think that's correct either. I don't know where it got that, but dinosaur, spaghetti strainer, deodorant tester. That's your challenge for today, folks. This is two wonderful people. This is Courtney Rush and the big dog, Andrew Everett. You know, he kind of looks like Pinky Sanchez, but I love these two people very much. They helped me get through some very dark times. They taught me to believe in myself again and to not be so heavy on myself. And you can see it. This was totally not meant to be a commercial, by the way. You can see us, or you can hear us actually, on Dub3. Just go to twitch.tv/Andy E Plays. And later tonight, 10 or 10:30, let's say 10 p.m. Eastern, and a different time everywhere else. I always go by their clock, but I drew them. You can hear us on Dub3 in the Druniverse. But yeah. And we're back to where we began. There's Alex Armstrong, Flight of the Conchords, and another Muda drawing. So I have like a portfolio full of, I think, about 3 to 4, well, maybe 5 sketchbook pages worth of drawings. I've been doing this for a while, and it's all because my friend Alex, or Redneck Kung Fu, Alex from Shirts, she just asked me to draw her 4 wrestlers for her fanzine. And at first I was absolutely skeptical. I'm just like, I don't know how to draw. Like, I'm really fucking terrible at drawing. And she's just like, no, man, fuck it. Just draw something for me. And, you know, however it comes out, you have to show me. And I want to put it in my magazine. I'm like, okay. So I drew her some things. I drew her, I think, Terry Funk, Takayama, Ric Flair, and Stone Cold. And she just encouraged me. And I'm like, you know what? I had a lot of fun doing this. I'm going to keep doing it. And then I just kept doing it. And I just kept doing it. And I just kept doing it. Now I got a shitload of art supplies. I got 3 75-page sketchbooks ready to be used. I got colored pencils and markers and stuff. And I try to draw something almost every day. And now it's something that I love to do. If you would have told me a year ago that I would start drawing a bunch of shit, I would have told you, no fucking way. I'm terrible at this. There's no way in hell that I'm doing this. And I mean, I can't express enough gratitude for her faith in me. So as my way of giving back to that, take all of this, all the stuff that I've shown you. If it seems like fun and something you want to do it. Please do it. Please do it. Not just, don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. Satisfy your curiosity. Not everything's going to be perfect. If you manage to get it perfect the first time, then you definitely need to explore that a lot more. And if you feel like you've got something to work on that. Like I said, whether you're an essential worker or you're at home trying, find ways to better yourself and your skills, accomplish your goals and your dreams as best as you can. We have time now. And even if you feel like you don't have time, you make time for yourself. So, all right, that is going to do it. Thank you guys for joining me here for this 1 hour of me ranting and bullshitting and listening to music and drawing stuff. I'm glad to do this. We'll come back with another one. If I draw anything off camera, I'll let you know, because I'm not going to like, oh man, I need to wait for this. Like, no, I want to do it. I'll just show you guys what I noticed, because I got to fill this page up with more faces, and then I got to do the Guillermo del Toro stuff, and then yeah. Also, catch Dub 3 later tonight, and next week I'll put the. Well, I'll just say I was going to do it here, but I don't know. You don't need music with Fire Pro, but the D1 Climax, it's coming. The round robin tournament that I do every year. We're going to Fire Pro it this year, and we got some incredible combatants in it, including Rosemary and Ahmed Johnson and Bob Sapp and Grand Naniwa and a few others. But it's going to be fun. All right. I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I'll see you guys later tonight. If not, I will see you next time. Until then, I love you very much. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. Practice social distancing. Be safe. And OU818.